Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. Again, this is going to be another one of my not so much reaction videos, but more of a review, as I have actually heard this song before. I've never seen this video though, so this is going to be a little bit interesting. I'm still going to put it on not my reaction channel because I feel like it's a little bit unfair to pretend like I'm reacting to something I've heard before. Having said that, this is 100% a thank you to you guys because I posted the Ghost Love Score video last night, and at like, I don't know, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and it's had probably close to 6,000 views already. Hang on, let me see. It's been absolutely nuts. For a channel of my size and reach, hang on, I might have overstated it. No, 5,500 views. Wow. For, again, a channel that's been around for 3 weeks. I mean, you guys weren't kidding when you said the Nightwish army is coming. But I want to be perfectly clear. I'm a fan of Nightwish. Am I familiar with every one of their albums and every one of their songs? No, I have my favorites, and I do listen to them, you know, fairly regularly. There's a lot of their material I'm not super aware of. But you know, my first album of theirs was Once, and that changed the way I listen to music, to be perfectly honest. It was definitely something. But anyway, your guys' positive reaction has been such an amazing, uplifting experience for me. The best way I know to thank you is to jump in and do another one of their songs. I'm not going to fall down a Nightwish rabbit hole for anyone else who's concerned that I'm uploading stuff that's outside the mission statement. I've recorded 2 other videos today, one of which you guys are going to love, and one's for a whole other group of people, but I hope you enjoy as well, because it's really outside the box. I reviewed a vocalist called Dimash, who's a Kazakh performer you may have heard of. His vocal range is absolutely spectacular. And if you're a fan of power metal and things like that, and you don't know who this guy is, first of all, he doesn't do anything close to power metal, but as a vocalist, he's absolutely supreme. So you should check that out as well. But anyway, let's get back to Nightwish. This is Storytime. I know I've heard this song. I'm not super familiar with which one it is. But yeah, this was off an album that I, for whatever reason, I didn't spend a lot of time on. So it's all good. It's just I've got a lot going on. Okay, so here we go. Story time. This is a big thank you to you guys out there, right? Okay, let's do this.
I think it's time for a little story.
Okay, same gig. Fucking.
It's definitely story time.
As if they didn't see that coming. Gotta love that tone. I do know this song. I love how loose Marco's bass is on that. I've never noticed it before. It's just ba-da, 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 ba. You know, that's really cool. You know, he's not like da, 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 like you would expect, because this part has kind of a jovial bounce to it, really. As much as it's kind of an attacking force, it's got like a do 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 kind of vibe. Sorry, can we just take a minute to just enjoy, like, Fleur's, her just a stage persona. It's so, like, her outfit and everything is just so freaking cool. I'm jumping back, sorry. Also, I know in the last video, I kind of didn't get around to sort of mentioning how amazing everyone else is, so I'll probably be talking a lot more about Empu and Juka, and particularly Marco. Thomas always gets a good rap, so... Empu's tone is always so tight, like it's just, it almost sounds like a synth. And it kind of makes sense, being that the music is so synth heavy, like with Thomas writing pretty much everything. The fact that Empu's guitar tone sounds like a synthesizer, because it's just such a synthetic chopped sound, like there's zero organic guitar sound in there at all. It's just straight up shaped noise, you know, and that's just really cool, especially with songs like this. But essentially that allows his guitar to cut through the mix when there's so much going on. You've got an orchestra to battle with, or orchestration, I should say. You've got synths on top of that because, you know, Thomas is playing the whole time. And then you've got a lot of kick drums, bass, and a massive bass sound as well. The only way he's going to be heard in this is if he has a biting, cutting tone. And that's kind of a little bit of insight into why Empu sounds the way that he does in the band. Let's go back because I don't want to miss anything. That guy. Those little flute or piccolo runs, they're everything. You know, that's what makes this stand out above the crowd is the attention to detail in the orchestration and stuff like that. That's what separates a symphonic metal band from someone like this who is inspired by Danny Elfman sort of soundtracks and your Disney soundtracks, symphonic soundtracks and stuff like that. Because it's one thing to add string sounds on a keyboard to your music. It's another thing to fully orchestrate everything. Yeah, so the difference between a band, you know, that has some synths in it and does a little bit of orchestration and somebody with these kind of orchestral chops is that it sounds like an orchestra. You know what I mean? You have those little embellishments and things like flute parts and, you know, moving French horn sort of movements throughout and things like, you know, contrabass sort of stuff and all that. That sort of comes with having a keyboard synth sound anyway. But it's those little symphonic embellishments that make it everything. So. Great rock riff. There's just so many colors to Fleur's voice. Like, now, okay, so I've been saying Fleur. The way I understand to pronounce her name is Fleur Jansen, because someone who's Dutch was telling me that that's how you would say it. But if it's Fleur Jansen or whatever, then I apologize, but I'm going to continue to say Fleur. Yeah, but like there's so much tonal characteristics and color to the different parts of her voice. And this is her rock chick sort of voice. She's throwing a little bit more distortion on there, things like that. Just great. Anyone else notice that Marco's bass looks like it was crafted by a dwarven metallurgy specialist? And it fits. If he was Empu's height, it would be perfect. Always time for choral vocals, man. See, now you've been watching bands all day at Wacken, and these guys come out and put on this show, and I don't care who you are, you know you're witnessing something that no one else on that day provided. You know what I mean? It's just a whole other level. Those horns. Thank God European symphonic metal brought back female operatic singing to the zeitgeist, right? Like, I mean, opera's always been around, but it was always there for the elite class, right? That's not to say that other people don't enjoy opera, but let's face it, a night at the opera has traditionally always been for the elite class, right? This is the opera for everybody else. Oof. That was really cute. I love that she allows herself a little moment of femininity in her movement and then straight back into the rock pose. Like, just watch. It's, where is it? See? And now watch. Back into the voice, you know? What's so masterful about this composition is the ability to start massive, right? At the start of the song, I mean, you know, at the start, like through the verses, the intro is really huge. Through the verses, Empu's not playing anything, he's just walking around doing his thing, fist bumping whoever will fist bump him, you know, that's what he does. But to then go into a huge chorus and then all of these other parts and these symphonic movements and then get to the crescendo of the song and still have headroom to add more it just doesn't seem possible. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard enough finding space in a mix for just a straight up rock band with 2 guitar players and a keyboard player, you know, that's tough. But to be able to put together a musical composition where everything has its place, where you can take it from big to extreme without the extreme feeling like it came from, you know, more of the same, you know, like this is a masterclass in everything to do with music. Like, no, I was going to say it's a masterclass in composition and rock and metal or whatever. It's a masterclass in music. This whole song is just, it's like if you came down on a spaceship from another planet and you said, what is music? And someone showed you this, it's all there is. You know what I mean? With the exception of things like hip hop, maybe. I don't know. But this is like, it's a masterclass. It 100% is. Sorry, I'll go back a bit. So. Listen to that openness. Boom. All right. We'll be right back. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on here before, guys, but I'm colorblind. 1 in 6 guys, 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and there's something you can do about it. If you click on the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma, where you can do an eye test and find out what kind of colorblindness you have. And while you're there, you can pick up a pair of corrective glasses. They got some amazing frames to suit any tastes. There's also a 60-day trial period, so you can give them a try and find out if they're for you with, no risks. So if you decide to pick up a pair, use the code CHAOS in the checkout to get 10% off. Thanks, guys. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. Now, back to the reaction. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who flooded my channel when I posted the first Nightwish video. This was a great experience sharing this with you guys. It's one thing to like a band and listen to their songs and stuff like that, but you really don't start to notice things until you critically analyze them. And that's been great, a great part of this journey. Not only on the other side of the channel with the reactions, I've been sort of learning all of these new bands and all these new faces and, trying to sort of cobble together some knowledge of the genre. But, I couldn't have done it to the level I've done it at without critically analyzing each of those songs. And it's a great exercise, to be honest with you. That's a happy accident. That's not something I expected. Like, I've heard this song before. Again, it's off an album that I know is fantastic, but I haven't given enough time. It's always one of those things where I'll get to that. And, maybe now's the time to get to it. But boy, that was an experience. And again, thank you to you guys for making me sort of come up with another Nightwish song to do, because this was a great experience to look at through the prism of trying to come up with some meaningful analysis that you guys might enjoy. I've discovered a whole bunch of new stuff about the song myself, and I'll take that forward in future listens to this song and the album, obviously, as well. Everybody's doing a great job in this. There's no one who's a letdown in Nightwish. They're all amazing. They all have their place. And again, they don't overplay. They just play to serve the song. The songs themselves overplay. That's what they do, but man, I've said this a few times lately, but boy, I wish I was at this gig. That would have been one of the most amazing nights to remember. But yeah, so if I brighten your day, let me know by buying me a coffee. I'll put a link in the description, or if not, just do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. The more you show this to your friends, the more it takes off and the more people get to see it. And that's amazing. I haven't got much else to say except, again, thank you. Like I said, I'll probably hit 900 subscribers tonight, which I never imagined would be possible. I know I'm still a small channel, but I'm doing everything I can about that. The more of you guys I get to meet, the better I feel about this whole adventure. So that's amazing. Thank you again so much, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.